Hello everyone, this is the Abundance Oracle. I don't know how accurate this is, but on YouTube I see a lot of people in tears, crying. They can't make ends meet. They're having challenges. And as they talk, I see they have uh, the fake fingernails. Their hair's still done all perfectly. They um, they are mostly a little bit of younger people that have not had to go through challenging times. Maybe their parents paid for everything when they were younger. Um, they weren't asked to help out. They weren't, their extra spending money was handed to them. Um, so what I'm going to tell you is it's not necessarily good to hand everything to your kids. Make them learn how to be entrepreneurial and raise money. So one of the things, if you're good at gardening, grow some cucumbers. If your kids are young, you can walk around with your items around your neighborhood. If it's a safe neighborhood, you go with your daughter or son and you sell the cucumbers for $1 or $2 or whatever they are now to your neighbors, and do good cucumbers that are maybe organic or some special feature of that, but help them raise the money to do maybe special camp in the summer or do field trips for school. Once I was divorced, I didn't even have a job. It was very desperate times, and I had to go into the school, and I would have to say, listen, I cannot afford to have my daughter or both daughters go on this field trip. And it was as little as $20 or $25. But when you're trying desperately to find a job, or you're trying to make ends meet, you have to look into all the resources. And I lived in a good area that didn't have a lot of people that needed help. I was embarrassed. I cried the first time I had to go and ask for help. So you got to do what you got to do. So you need your kids to grow up in a healthy environment. And if that means lowering some of your dignity to ask for help, then that's what you need to do. The principal was so fabulous. When I went and they said, oh, we're so glad that you came to ask us, because we get a certain amount from the state to help families that are in distress. And I was clearly in distress. I had the kids, were 2 separate bedrooms upstairs. They got the 2 separate bedrooms. I was in the dirt floor basement with my bedroom. My twin size bed, I put down a carpet over the dirt and hung my clothing on the pipes in the basement near the washer dryer. But I had a plan. In my plan, I needed to save money. I needed to figure out getting a job. And I'll tell you a fast story. I was turned down for a lot of jobs. The people said to me, you're more qualified than the people you're applying to that need a helper. And so I started to dummy down my resume, and I went in, and finally I said, okay, I'm gonna also try for my dream job, my dream company. So I did that. I put it in, and they interviewed me, and I said, I'm so busy right now. I'm raising 2 kids by myself. And the gentleman was so impressed by my ingenuity. He said, fine, you got the job. He said, I like hiring people that are in a bind, because they will take and make sure they get the result done. And I did. I came in number 1 in that investment banking firm for that location. The first year, even the get-go, I was the only one bringing in tons of accounts. And I would have to come in earlier. I had to get a key to be able to get in before everybody else so I could do my paperwork after I dropped the kids off. And then I had to stay later. Sometimes I'm there at 11 o'clock at night. The hard thing was I couldn't afford a babysitter even. So I had to be careful how I was doing all this. Anyhow, this is the Abundance Oracle. Where there's a will, there's a way. Don't feel desperate if you're one of those people that are struggling right now. This might be the best thing that ever happened to you to get you motivated to be independent, maybe start your own side business while you're still looking for a job. The world is changing and there's lots of needs for people who have integrity, who keep their word, that show up, work hard. There's a lots of need out there. And part-time jobs, especially if you're a man. Listen, mow some old lady likes me lawn, just help with small things around and see if you can say, okay, well, I'll give you a quote. I'll have to use your mower, whatever. Help people out because this is a need for help. Give them a good price and your business will grow, grow, grow. I love you all. This is the Abundance Oracle. Take care and nurture your dreams, I have to say. If you have any questions that I might be able to help answer with, because I've been through really, really, really tough times and I've been also building abundance. I can practically say I've practically done it all and have had a mentor who was extremely helpful with their advice. I love you all. This is the Abundance Oracle. Please like, subscribe, and share. If I can do it, so can you. Love you all. Bye-bye.